Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's latest gambles to win favours to a declining party did not work out well for the public, and now in a flip has threatened his position even more. Internal calls for Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's resignation as Liberal leader intensified on Wednesday as Liberal MPs convened on Parliament Hill, according to a news report by CBC News. During the closed-door meeting, dissenting MPs conveyed their grievances to Trudeau, reflecting growing discontent within the party. This gathering was a part of the weekly caucus meetings that take place while the House of Commons is in session. The Wednesday meeting served as a platform for MPs to vote their concerns and frustrations directly to the Prime Minister. Trudeau is facing mounting pressure from within his own party, with dissident Liberal MPs giving him an ultimatum to decide his future by October 28th. During the caucus meeting on Wednesday, a document was presented outlining the case for Trudeau's resignation, but it did not specify any consequences if he fails to meet the deadline. Sources speaking on Radio Canada said that 24 MPs signed an agreement to call on Trudeau to step down as Liberal leader, CBC News reported. During the meeting, British Columbia MP Patrick Weiler presented a document that argued in favour of Trudeau's resignation. The document suggested that the Liberal Party could experience a resurgence similar to that the Democrats saw after US President Joe Biden opted out to not run for a re-election for the upcoming presidential election in the country. MPs were given 2 minutes each to address the room during the 3-hour-long meeting. About 20, and none of them were cabinet ministers, stood up to urge Trudeau to step aside before the next election, sources added. But a number of MPs also stood to voice support for the Prime Minister, CBC News reported. Mark Miller, Immigration Minister, has acknowledged the frustrations of some Liberal MPs and expressed respect for those who voiced their concerns directly to Trudeau. CBC News reported, and I quote, "Fundamentally, this is something that has been simmering for some time now, and it's important for people to get it out. This isn't a code red situation. The Prime Minister can sure as hell handle the truth," unquote. The latest political rift in Canada has indeed been fueled by escalating tensions between India and Canada. The ties between India and Canada soured after Trudeau alleged in the Canadian Parliament last year that he has credible allegations of India's hand in the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. India has denied all allegations, calling them absurd and motivated, and has accused Canada of giving space to extremist and anti-India elements in the country.